Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sacred Circle, the Spiritual Insight Show, on this magical, powerful day of 8/8, the Lion's Gate. Well, this is at its highest peak, really. So the Sirius Star Gate, the Lion's Gate, has been open for a couple of weeks now, and it's going to remain open for another week and a half, I do believe. But this right here is 8/8 is in the middle. It's supposed to be more powerful. And so, I don't know about everybody else, but this has been very, very powerful, going into August. But just want to take a moment and welcome everyone who's joining this Sacred Circle. Hello, Robin's Cosmic Soul Food, and hello everyone that's coming in. And I will also put in the Rumble, the link to Rumble, in case anyone has any issues watching on YouTube. You can also watch on Rumble, the live, and as well as the replay. So just welcome the viewers on YouTube and on Rumble. And again, whether you're live or while you're going to watch this in the replay, the energy is just as powerful regardless of how you are participating. And speaking of participation, we love and encourage each and every one of you who is not just in listen mode. If you are watching and you can, we definitely love the chats, the interaction. So please feel free to do so. And if you can only listen, then that's fine too. We really appreciate that as well, because we do as well have audio podcasts on many music and podcast streaming platforms. So we welcome everyone, no matter how you are tuning in. So hello, Sugar Magnolia. Hello, Kim. How are you? And we're just going to let a couple more people come in. And what I'm going to do is just let everyone come in, take a deep breath, and let's just hear a little bit of Tibetan bowl here. Just breathe in, sound healing. Breathe it in to your heart, to your sacred heart center. Just feel these sounds pulsating all over your body. Ooh, there you go. I love sound healing as it just bathes our whole energy field, our whole energy, our luminous energy field, our aura outside of us, our whole energy in our body, around our body. It is just magnificent, isn't it? So just let that. Hello, Wendy. Yes. I breathe that in, and wonderful, isn't it? I'll do a couple more for those that are just coming in. And so I feel like it's needed just a little bit more. Your sacred heart center. Ooh, we blipped a little bit. Okay, there we go. Are we okay? We're on. All right. Not only in our sacred heart center, but feeling the soles of your feet too. So Feel your bottom of your feet tingling, feeling it in your sacred heart center, down to your feet, anchoring into this beautiful, gorgeous, just planet. And so, yeah, we did kind of stop for a minute. Woo! Powerful, powerful energies. All right. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Richard. Hello, everyone. Yes, yes. So it's interesting. I want y'all to tell me how your week went, too. So last Sunday, before I did my show last Sunday, we talked about how July was a what the F happened, month. It really, what is this? I mean, to me anyway, and to several other people, they said that July was just like they were turned upside down somehow, or the energy was just very, anyway. But then August is like, woo, very high energy, high vibrational, just kind of like, we'll take more of that. That's fine. But it's also too, it's a very high energy, but can also make you feel very tired. So last week was the first, and of course on the Sunday, so we had the show. And about a couple of hours before my show, I really started to feel like discomfort, uncomfortableness in my solar plexus, in that area. And so I was like, okay, asking my body, asking my committee, do I continue on? Because it's like, no. We have to be careful when we are in service, and all of us do this, when we are in service for our communities and for others. We still want to make sure that we're not hurting ourselves by going forward. So I had to check with my body, last week, should I do this? My committee was like, sure, absolutely do it. And when I say committee, to maybe some of the newbies listening, that is what I call my holy, angelic, celestial, quantum committee. I just call them my team. I call them my committee. And so anyway, they were like, no, go on. Well, wouldn't you know that last week when I did the show, that hour was fine. I was okay last week for the show. But as soon as the show was over, I was like, it was intensified. It was, okay, yeah, I can't do this. I got to go to bed. and slept. Well, last Sunday, the Schumann resonance went from a 25, it spiked to 42, and then back to 25 again. And so now we're seeing, usually it just kind of, it's a crescendo up to a certain point, and then it kind of just slow crescendo. But now we're picking up that it's not only high every day, but we're feeling it high, and then, we're going to go higher, and then we're going to come back down a little bit more. And it's like, woo, truly the roller coaster ride. And so it has just been very, very powerful. And Monday, I was able to sit into, which is just what I needed the day after, not feeling good, is that pampering yourself day of just, we can always find something to do. We can always find something to do, can't we? And so it's just like, just no excuses, no nothing. And just be very gentle. Just, I took naps. I think took a nap. I sat in on a meditation, a very powerful meditation. And so it was just beautiful. And so then it was like, okay, so just going slow, going with the flow with the rest of the week, watching how I feel and comparing with the Schumann resonance. And then today we had another, or let me back up before I'm going. And then there was, I do a blackout for a couple of days. And talk about when they have blackouts with the Schumann resonance. All that means that the energy is not registering, whether it's so high or it's too intense, that whatever equipment they have to register this Schumann resonance goes offline. And we've been seeing a lot of that lately. And it's just, and then when it comes online and it's high, and it's just like, woohoo, this is This is great. We're doing good. We're doing good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and so let me catch up on some of these two comments real quick. So Wendy, we went to a concert at the library once that had bowl players. It was lovely. It is lovely, isn't it? Let's see. My Aunt Anne's birthday's tomorrow. So is our Linnell, Richard. So is Linnell's birthday's tomorrow too. So that's great, huh? So your Aunt and then Linnell. That's great. All right. So Kim, I've been sleeping more the past few days. Yes, and that's okay. Absolutely fine. That we do that. Okay. I want you to pay attention to, because we're having a lot of beautiful signs. We're having a lot of messages from nature, from it is just so beautiful. So we're watching everything come back into alignment here. And it's we used to, well, many of us, all of us though, we really all have made sure that we're out in nature and that we are in harmony with nature. But those who maybe didn't are starting to come back into alignment with nature. All right, because we have been taught, of course, that was, we're not going to go there. We know how big church thought of what they thought about, that was all paganism and all this other stuff, blah, 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 right, whatever that's in the past, that's back there. It's back there. That's back there somewhere. We're moving forward. Forward. Robin, I make my bowls sing before I meditate and do readings. Excellent. So I want to just share something with you. Those of you who know me, this may know this already, but there's a lot of new people as well. And just, I would like to, those who are watching, reminded to show this a little bit more too. Here's my website, whitesagewoman.com. My business, my healing business, is Goldylocks Temple of Healing. So the production side is Goldylocks Productions. So anyway, but yeah, whitesagewoman.com. You can check out my website. So this bowl here is an actual Tibetan healing bowl. See, they're hammered in. The monks had made this. This is an old bowl. I asked if it had 7 metals in it, and this man said yes. This is how they make these in the Himalayas. I think he said this was years ago, and he would go 2-3 times a year. He would go back home and to the Himalayas, and he would go and get real authentic things. He had a shop, a Tibetan shop. And so I had always gone in there and looked at the things, and I said, well, I want a bowl, but it's got to be blessed by monks. It's just important for me. And he was like, well, the bowls are made by the monks that he has are not factory made. These are actually made by the monks, and that they, as they hammer it, and you see the hammer marks hammering, they're chanting with each hammer mark. They're chanting, whatever they're chanting, the ohms, the healing prayers, they're doing these beautiful chants. All right. So there are ways that you can play these bowls, that you can either make them sing or you can just let them sing. And this is when I got this, and I was like, okay, so the YouTube video or instruction on how to do this is to do this way. And I had a monk in spirit step forward and go, stop. Let me teach you the right way. And they were just like, because we've been taught, to sit there and let it ring, and then we do the rim like this, right? We are manipulating man, getting involved, man having to do everything. Go, stop manipulating the ball. I'm like, what? Man, manipulating. You get it? So he was like, the inside represents the divine feminine. The outside lip here signifies the masculine. So if you're playing and all you're doing is hitting one side off balance, hitting the masculine side. He said, You want to be in harmony. This is the way we do this. Is inside, outside. Inside divine feminine, outside divine masculine. And you have a harmonious sound, a harmonious tone. And so he said, this is old school way of doing it. And I said, okay. And, I feel the difference. I really feel the difference because, and trying to manipulate it or try to make it sing again, we're not even getting the full beauty tonal frequencies from the bowl. But if you just let the bowl sing the way that it's supposed to, the way this bowl was designed to, inside, we are forgetting that divine masculine woman, that chalice, that womb. We're forgetting that sacred sound of her combined with divine male. Okay. Always keep it in balance. We must always keep it in balance and alignment. So there you go. There's no fooling the vibes. The vibes speak for itself. And so I just would share that with you, with how I was taught by an ancient monk who came to me and taught me how to play this. And not just play it, but I was incorporating it because in healing sessions, and it doesn't matter whether it's in person or distant, and you request that, I will play that and you will just feel it all over your body. And so it is very, very powerful. So, yeah. I know it feels good, right? Sarah, Super Space Cookie, that feels good. Thank you for showing the right way. Well, I don't want to say the right way. There's people who build businesses on on singing bowls and have this reputation, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just showing you the way that I was taught by this ancient monk, okay? And like I say, we know this, the feels, all right? Vibration doesn't lie. Just feel it. Feel the vibrations. What vibration do you prefer? There you go. All right. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. I just love that name, Robin. I do it both ways, but I did not know the reason. Thank you. You're welcome, dear. See, they wanted me to share that for a reason, huh? Hello, Carol. How are you? So glad you can tune in with us this beautiful, powerful day. And so I had some beautiful, beautiful messages and for me on Friday with nature, and it was just astounding. I'll share a little bit with you. Is in the morning time, I saw a vulture on our neighbor's garage roof. A vulture. That's not something I saw every day. I'm amazed by what shows up at the bird feeding stations and the bird baths. But this was neighbors. Which is right. I could see it right next door. And I was like, oh, wow. So I took pictures and I meant to have them ready so I could show you all. And I'm sorry, I forgot. But I could post them on social media for you guys to show you. And did this vulture. And so I was like, to me, that's a beautiful sign because I love vultures, because vulture is a symbolism of the divine feminine. If you want to take it back, I know most people see vultures and go, ooh, death. But you know what? Come on. They're very much needed. When you think about what they do as an animal, they clean up the things that no one else wants to do, right? But they totally recycle, work for Earth and themselves, and just the whole harmonics of the law of one. So that was very beautiful and profound for me. And I'm like, oh, it was like Friday was the 6th, and I was like, this is building up. It's building up. It's so good. And then by evening time, I was watering, and I noticed, it was like, well, where are all the birds? That's unusual. They're usually getting trying to get some last bit of food, get some water before they head out, go to their nest, go sleep. And I'm like, where's everything's gone? And then I kind of like just look up at our roof, on our roof line, and there is this big hawk sitting there. And I'm like, oh, no wonder they all scattered. Because if they don't scatter, they'll be coming me over the hawk. And so the hawk was sitting on our roof and just watching me, everything I know. I was like, you are really big. I was like, you're upsetting. I was like, you're having that conversation with him heart to heart. I was like, Hawk, you're so beautiful, magnificent. I love that you come to visit, but you're upsetting. The local birds here. And then this really here where we are is crow territory too. There's a lot of crows. And the crows were going nuts. Like, hey, get out of our territory. You're on our turf. And so I was sitting there actually having a conversation with Hawk, having a conversation with the crows of just like mediating almost. It was so funny with nature. Okay, no, hold on. This is sacred space right here. There is no fighting whatsoever allowed. You okay? I know you're hungry. I'm not going to tell you not to eat, but you're not going to do it in this sacred space. You can carry it outside, wherever, how far I have the energy out. You're going to take that out of this sacred space. All right? I am living in harmony, peace and harmony right here. Work with me in this sacred space or leave this sacred space. Choice is yours. Both of you. To the hawks, to the crows. And it's funny because they have a smaller version of that to the birds where they start, blackbirds, and we get pigeons. I don't know where they're flying in from, but they're here every day. The pigeons, and when they start fighting over the food, and I'm like, there's plenty for everyone. Y'all knock that off right now. And then they kind of just stop. Okay. But it's, so I thought that was beautiful. And it didn't hit me until later. It came back in, but I did grab the camera. I was like, let's see if he's still sitting there. I mean, the hawk sat on the roof for like an hour and just looking all around, looking. And I took pictures. I took my dog outside. Now, Ty doesn't usually look up at the roof, and he looked at the roof. He was like, wow, that's a big bird. And the hawk's like doing the side view, looking down at Ty. And I was like, I know you're a big bird, but this is a big dog. You can't take him. We've had Pomeranians a long time ago. I would have worried about a Pomeranian or a Chihuahua. I'm like, please don't take our dog. But no. But so they came inside, and then he's sitting down and journaling, and then I realized, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. It reminded me of this old South American prophecy. The indigenous people, the natives of when the condor, which is a vulture, when the condor and eagle fly, when you see them together and when they fly together, peace has returned to this earth plane. That's the closest to me. Now, I know that there are eagles around, but they wouldn't come over to here. To me, I'm like, that's close enough with the, here we go, the vulture and the hawk. And there's beautiful symbolism, the masculine and the feminine rising together, working in harmony. I was blown away, right? So the hawk was a messenger. And did you get a message? Well, to me, yes, I did, Robin. Yes, absolutely. And then we were having that conversation, and then the messenger, because I was like, so for you to disrupt the crows, happiness, what message do you bring? And so just that more was coming, and this is why it's so great when things happen and we want to share with everyone, but I don't want to make it all about me. I did get the message. Yes, I did. And it was a great validation, because Monday, the meditation I sat in, it was, Anubis, was with Anubis and the Hall of Amenti. Hall of Amenti. Oh, I say that wrong. The Hall of Amenti. Anubis is now be careful here, because a lot of the Egyptian history, the later part of it, the very beginning was not, but part of our history being inverted and lied and covered up, the very part of it is beautiful. And then there's some people who think that Anubis represents death, and that Anubis and the goddess Isis are bad and not good. That's their. I'm not going to touch their belief system, but not with me. I mean, Isis came to me when I was 15 years old and been working with me for a very long time. So Egyptian symbolism, among other old cultures and symbolisms, really resonate with me. So, and I've always loved the crystal skulls. You guys know I love crystal skulls. And so Anubis, though, protects the Hall of Amenti, where the crystal skulls are, or where there's 12 physical one on this earth plane. The 13th one, the master one, is in the Hall of Amenti, and it is not accessible in a physical, right? You have to get very high vibrational to get there. So what's explained to me, the Cossack records is for the third and fourth dimension. The Cossack records is for this life, or these lives here. For the third and fourth dimension, the Hall of Amenti is above the Cossack field, the Cossack records. The Hall of Amenti is much higher than 12th dimension, and this is where our souls records are. So this is why I always tell you how important it is to connect on a daily basis with your higher self, which is the 12th dimension, which is also where your guardian or your solar angel is. All right, because when you meet up with your higher self, with your solar or guardian angel, you have access to your soul's records. I want to go there. I want to go to the Hall of Amenti. Yes. And so also Friday, that same day, was seeing them. So this is what the hawk was bringing this message too, about was gifts I got from Anubis, messages I got from Anubis. And so very interestingly, is the gift that Anubis gave me was a citrine skull. The very next day, on Tuesday, I was like, oh, let me research. Let me see. It's so hard to find anything that's not like this big, online, right? Skulls, crystal skulls. I was just, when you're divinely guided, when you click, 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 and you're on something, you don't even know how you got there. This happens to me all the time. Well, they've taught me a lot with technology, because to tell you, Goldylocks Productions wouldn't be here today. Well, they told me to do this, and they taught me a lot of technology. I could not sit still before all the energy. They taught me how to do everything. Anyway, so this is how they helped me to you as well, because this technology, this is what we do in front of a computer or on a phone, or click, click. How did I get there? How did I get to the site? Wow, this is cool. How did I get here? I'm sure this has happened to all of you. All right, hold on. I got to let them calm the energy down a little bit. If you see it, I sound like Melissa Barks, right? Woo! It's going through me really fast. Nothing wrong with that, Missy. I love you. But when I feel my energy spin up like that, I don't want to do that to you guys. Because it's like, woo! It works for Melissa. With me, it takes me to, I want to stay in my body. All right. So check this out, guys. So Tuesday, I was guided, and bam, I found the right thing. It came Friday. I have never had an order come this fast. You ready? You ready for it? You ready? Here it is. The citrine skull. Isn't this gorgeous? You probably can't see it right now, but it's rainbow. There's rainbows during the daytime, or way the light. It has a rainbow. There's rainbows in this as well, but this is a citrine skull. This is the closest that I saw, that Anubis gave me. So usually I'm not one that when we receive an etheric, a gift in vision, it's like, oh, that's beautiful. I'll take that. But it was important for me to have this. So here it is. And I've been waiting a long time for a crystal of this size. Isn't it beautiful? And it had to be just right. Now, every day, I in lighting candles, candle ceremony, and I declare or command, I am the golden rainbow ray, the golden Christ light, Christ consciousness, right? Gold. Citrene's close enough. Citrine, yellow, gold, and rainbow. So it didn't even hit me until getting this and holding this and going, this is the golden rainbow ray. Oh my gosh. So I know I've worked with crystals. It was part of what I did in Atlantean or Lemurian times, Atlantean times, and so forth. And so this is old history books here, programmed crystals. Skulls mean wisdom. Isn't it gorgeous? I know. I'm still loving on it. And just, it's so powerful. And so, yeah. So I just wanted to share crystal with you guys. I'm still kind of like, woo! We're still getting to know each other, but I knew it is meant to be, and it was just so beautiful. So that was very magical. That was my Friday. It was just been like vibrating high ever since then. And today was another yo-yo with the energy. We went from Schumann resonance 22, 24, 32. So it's a gradual step of 22. Hung out for a bit, 24, and then 32. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo. I know, Robin, isn't it full of energy? I'm like buzzed. I'm like, wee! Natural high, baby. Let me catch up on some of these messages here. Oh, Robin's got her bowl out. It feels so good. I know, doesn't it? Oh, Carol Ann. Hey, Carol Ann. Thank you for stopping by. So honored. I love when we all support each other. Ruth, and we have such great soul tribe here, don't we? Let's see, Robin. I stepped on a toad last night. I thought I heard it. I picked it up and it was lifeless. I started praying for it to be okay. I put it down and Mr. Toad finally moved later. I think it was in shock. Yes, but you also helped. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful, Robin. Aww. Talk was the message. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Let's see. Wendy, we have bald eagles here. Pretty daunting to see them. Yeah. They're magnificent. And people, I think, don't realize just how that power presence they have. Mm-hmm. Kim, I have an owl in my yard. Sugar magnolia, Kim. That's not surprising. Owl medicine, Kim. Ooh, yeah, that felt good. That was right with you. Owl medicine. Ultimate healer. Healing. Owls. Yes. All right. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? I know, exactly, Robin. Who needs drugs when we have crystals? Yes. And you put them all around the house. And this is helping us to build that crystal foundation. At least that's my excuse. No, I'm kidding. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. No, but it is. We are helping it by creating our sacred space, setting our sacred space. Man, my ears are going crazy. What about you guys? I think it's just falling. But, woo! Yeah, absolutely. I'm all over. Aren't we over this whole collections and tchotchkes and decorations and stuff that don't do anything? It doesn't add to the energy. It's so I'm all about now. It's got to be crystals or salt lamps or how is this going to fit in with the energy of the sacred space? That's how picky I am now. I'm such a snob, but you have to be. Because it's kind of like, I just don't want materialistic stuff that's just going to sit there. And we have to undust around it. Yay, fun, not. Lots of plants. I love plants. And I bring in, most definitely try to live in harmony with nature. And so I have a lot of plants behind me. As a matter of fact, I got a new lime tree, and I got the Meyer lemon tree. I don't know if you can see them behind me because they're right in front of a window, and it's probably pretty dark. But I'm excited because you can put them outside, and then where we are in Connecticut, though, you can, or anywhere, it gets cold in the wintertime, you can put them in a sunny window, and they'll be just fine. And what I love about the Meyer lemon plant is that it self-pollinates. I love that. It's real easy to pollinate. I have other citrus trees that I've kept inside, and they're so big it's just a pain to move outside anymore. But we can just take a Q-tip, and when they flower, all right, you just go from flower to flower to flower. We're cross-pollinating. That's what that means. And they'll be fine inside. So somebody, I guess, needed to hear that. But I feel like that's really good. We should have, grow some herbs inside. Grow most definitely lemons and limes. The citrus is very much welcomed and needed, right? And what if the Meyer lemons is lemon and mandarin orange? Isn't that's that combination of the Meyer lemon? Meyer lemon. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Somebody needed to hear it. Anyway, so that's what I'm focused on, is just as like, every room except for the bedroom has plants. And so just feng shui wise, you shouldn't put plants in your bedroom because unless someone's sick, we'll get back to that in a minute. Because it has too much energy and will keep you awake. And so I don't need that. And that's true. I talk to my plants, and the fairies live in them. So I don't, as much as I love them all, I don't want them chatting with me while I'm trying to sleep. Hey, are you listening? Hello? It's like, oh. So I don't have any plants, whether, it's greenery, flowers, or nothing. Now, the exception is when someone is sick. Then put some flowers, put some arrangements, put something in their room to help really help cleanse and the energy and in that space. Okay, so that helps, right? So let's see, Crystal. I just bought a crystal bowl from the Ohm shop here in Sarasota. I'm enchanted. Any ideas how to use it for my highest and greatest good? All right. Elizabeth, I'm probably not the best person to ask about a crystal bowl. I like metal. And I think you came in late, but I was playing my Tibetan bowl. All right. I prefer the healing bowls. The Tibetan, this is a healing bowl. And you'll have to go back and watch what I talked about with the bowls. And now I'm just going to tell you, I personally have never understood why you want to hit crystal. The crystal bowls, I know they strike them in it, but why? I don't go around beating on my crystals with the mallet. Bing, bing. I mean, this is just me. Please, I'm not trying to insult or talk down or be mean with anyone, okay? At all. This is just I'm like, okay, whatever. They sound nice, but everyone, we have certain sounds, certain frequencies that we vibrate better with. And so I can't help you, Elizabeth. I do believe there's some great YouTube videos. Maybe find in your area too. There's got to be some crystal bowl healers, something that you can have that conversation with. Okay. So, but yeah. Want me to really tell you what I'm getting for this? Put some water in it and scry. That's another thing you can do with that other than that. Okay. So but wait a minute. Let me read this right, Elizabeth. See my eye? A crystal ball, and I'm enchanted. Yes, now that's a whole different conversation. I must have misread this for somebody who needed to hear about crystal balls. Yeah, I know. Crystal balls, that's different. Yeah, sure. Hold on. I've got one too. I know Carol Ann. I have crystal ball collections of all sizes too, but this is not my biggest one. I have one more that's on the table right here. I know, right? So Mighty, when you misread something, there's a reason, especially doing this, or somebody needed to hear about the crystal balls, for those who are wondering. So there you go. So thanks, Elizabeth. You helped with that. All right. So crystal balls. Oh, yeah. Scrying. But see, this is why I got scrying. So the message came through anyway, roundabout way. But all right. So I like them all sizes. It doesn't matter. I have different sizes all over. There's a whole bunch of different sizes. And I like the clear quartz ones. I do have gemstone ones too. I have selenite ones. And these are just very, very powerful. There's no bowling allowed with these, no duck bowling. Anyway, that's what I tell my husband. I was like, you don't bowl with these. Don't you dare play with them. But just touch this, just hold them, and just have that energy exchange. And what impressions do you get? And there should be different ones. Now this one helps with the grid, the crystal grid of the home. That's its job. That's okay. So you're helping. So I'll definitely put my energy into this several times. I have my amethyst crystal here that I hold for messages. I don't need it, but all right. So I have an assortment of them. I have a smaller one. I even have a bigger one. Healing. I have crystals for healing that I use only for healing. So you see, they should be specific. They should have a specific job. Bob Ross says happy mistakes. No mistakes, honey. No mistakes. So I want to share this one with you too. It's from Russia, from a meteorite. It's not moldavite, but it's another type of meteorite in Russia, which is really rare. And I forget the name. I'm going to have to look it up. But it called to me. It really, I was concerned about, not going anywhere and shopping crystals online. It works, as you've seen. Okay. They call to you. They still call to you. And it was like, and it was like, this just mesmerized me so much. And then I like how it has, like, they all have like little openings, or they all have little spots on them, whether they're eyes, doorways, openings, just, and it's, I just think it's so much character, such beauty. Aren't these beautiful? Yeah, so beautiful. You can scry with crystal balls. Now, the gemstone balls are great for grounding. Gemstones always for grounding. Thinking of balls too. This is something I want to show you guys. Since we're talking about sound healing here, the Chinese balls. You've seen this, the Chinese. You hear that? You put them in your hands, and it's supposed to hit every meridian, the palms of your hand. Those are the bigger ones, and then I have smaller ones too. They have a little pretty rose, lotus flower on here. These are a little higher, smaller, and they're higher. And you can really feel the tingling sensations on your palms and in your fingers. Like the feet, when after you get your feet rubbed, and reflexology, and this. I don't know if you can hear them, but yeah, so wanted to show those to you too. All about the healing, baby. Right? go catch on some of these, catch up here. I think the computer is liking the healing so much it doesn't want to work. Robin, I love my crystal balls. My mother used crystal balls and also looked into magnifying glass. I've been looking in mine a lot more lately too. Oh, with the magnifying glass. Yeah, I've never tried that with the magnifying glass. Oh, Elizabeth, you're sweet. You're awesome. Let's see, Wendy. I want to describe with my crystal balls, but I found it. If I take pictures of them, I see numbers and more pictures. You know, though, Wendy, you are scrying with the photos with which you catch in your glasses. That's a form of scrying, and it's natural for you. Stick with that. But you know what? You're gonna have success anyway. So yeah, you heard them all. Okay, good, Richard. Thank you. Yeah, because each one has a different tone or sound to it. So yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a drink of water just as I'm reading Robin's comment. It's all about the healing balls. Yes, it is, Robin. Oh my goodness. Woo! All right. Kim, I have those chime ones. Didn't know what they were. I found them and kept them. Yes. Yeah, that's what they're for. Is we hear all about feet reflexology, but their hands are just as important too. All right. And so that's what they're for. It's but yeah, I mean, hey, when you play, I could feel this vibrating in the hand when I, sound this bowl. I feel it all through the hand I'm holding it with. And so but I like those too. You keep yourself in balance, you put them in there, and that's what they are. The chime balls are used for, what do you call? Not reflexology, maybe for the hands instead of the feet. So, right? And yeah, that's funny, Robin. Giggle hour, yes, but laughter is healing, isn't it, Richard? Giggles. So good to giggle. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Is there any others? Yeah, so selenite, and then I have a couple more crystal skulls. Yeah, it's the big amethyst one. And so just, yeah, I put them all over. I have them all over the house. I have them in the windowsill. So this is what's really cool. I like glass. I love glass, hand-blown glass bottles, and the amber bottles and cobalt blue bottles. And so I put them in the windowsill, and you take a small, maybe something smaller than this, a clear ball, and stick it on top. It looks so cool. And it's functional. You're setting up your crystal grid. Have fun with it. Put them on candlesticks. Holds the bigger crystal balls too. Put them on candlesticks. I have them in the living room. I don't know if I have a picture. No. So it's have fun with them. It's put them all over where you feel it needs to be, and it really does help. This is important for us. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's start a show with a gong one night for us. It'll be a gong show. Oh yeah. I should. Let me go gong it for you. So I do this every morning, as I do. And sing Om. She can sing Om. I don't know. Can y'all hear that? I hope you could hear that. I mean, the plants love it. When you put on chanting music, turn it up. I don't do earphones or earbuds because I hear enough stuff in my ears. But I'm a firm believer of let it vibrate all through your body. Now, who also benefits? Every living being. The plants love when I play the gong. The crystals love the vibration. So when you are playing any type of sound, music, turn it up. If there's no one else around that's going to say, what are you doing? But let the whole sacred space just be saturated with that. And you'll be so, so happy. I mean, my dog loves it. He knows. My dog's like, okay. I want a gong now. I know, Robin, right? Yes. And I love that low, that woo, you really feel that in your solar plexus. And so oh, wait a minute, I think someone I missed. So let me scroll back up here. Remember the gong show? Yes, Robin. Let's see. Wendy, my whole house is a crystal grid. I put my plants. Yes. The fairies love when you put crystals in house plants. They're like, you're giving them bling bling. They like that. You might not see them again. No, yeah, the plants, I know, they all love it. Yes, I know, Wendy, you've got your house. Yeah, you've got your crystal grid. I know because I know you. It's been a while since I've been over there, but yeah, all right. I want a gong now. Yeah, I can hear it. Okay, good. I want a gong too. Ironically, my smoke alarm just went off. Oh no! Wow. Everything okay? Nothing's burning, right? Just our smoking hot energy. Woo! All right, so we all know what this Lion's Gate is. We all know about the portal. And every year as the sun moves into Leo, we are presented with this auspicious window of high frequency energy combined with cosmic downloads of light. So, and this year has been highlighted to be one of the most important in spiritual history as the Lion's Gate aligns with the cosmic plan to set the final touches to the fifth dimensional foundations that have been built around our planet. So see, talking about getting our grids in alignment with these crystalline foundations for the fifth dimensional and higher energies that's coming in. Many of us are experiencing the sensation of our realities being between worlds as we bounce from one challenge to another. And many of these challenges are just presented as we consciously unplug ourselves from the 3D matrix that's existed on Earth for thousands of years. Yeah. Right? Oh, yeah. So now I have some questions I want to ask you. These are just some good questions to see, like, are we on, like, self-check, When I sit down to journal, I go through a lot of these check systems. Check. How do you feel, right? Okay. So what would you like to heal in your life? Emotional, physical, and mental. All three? Or is there something specifically? What would you like to heal in your life? What would you like to nurture in your life? What would you like to remove in your life? What would you like to create in your life? You see the pattern here, right? What mind control programs have you gotten rid of? Have you maybe been aware of and are stopping that? Like, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't have this. I don't have that. Stop those old. And I tell you, a lot of that's probably not even yours or ours, right? Those are old fears that we want to remove. And then with just anything else that we want to add, like, to our self-check, in our diary, in our journals, this checklist to go through. Okay, if not every day, once a week, once a month, however you want to do that, right? So let's see, Wendy, I have a smaller gong that Tristan loves. Yay, nothing burned. Okay, great. Well, Well, I'm so glad, Kim, that nothing is burned. But, it could be a sign too. If nothing, that's the first thing you want to do is don't just be so, oh, it's just a sign. Yeah, it's a sign something's burning. Go find it. So when you've checked and nothing is burning, nothing is on fire, and the batteries have been replaced, because they start going off when the batteries need changing. They start doing that, but they can also chirp too. So then it could just be a sign. I've had ours just go off in spirit, validation, or anything. Maybe the show's too hot. The energies are so hot. I don't know. Kim, you're so hot. You're hot. Stop. It's so funny. Oh, Wendy, humidity sets off one of our smoke detectors. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Humidity. Wow. Oh my goodness, you're speaking to me. The struggle is real lately. It is, but it's because it's the 3D collapsing within us. Does that make sense, Robin? It's and we feel it leaving. And we want to make sure it's just completely being healed. And we also have to be very careful that we haven't gotten used to our challenges, our discomfort, or even our dis-ease, that we have somehow secretly friended them and are scared for them to go, because it's all we've relied on and the known and everything. But no, self-analysis is increasing completely. So, Kim, thanks. No humidity here. Maybe smoke from fires. Is that bad? It could be. I've never lived in a smoky area like that, Kim. So I don't have that kind of information for you. But if there's fires going on, it could be that sensitive that it's picking up on it. Yeah. Wow. All right, Robin. So here we go. Let me just go through a couple of things too. That we all know already. Okay. So the whole thing, like with this Lion's Gate, and we're at this peak time. All right. So the electromagnetics of our mind, our consciousness, and then emotions, when they go into alignment and balance and become in harmony with source, all right, there is that awareness that we go through, and it can be uncomfortable. All right. And with everything that's happening, we know that there isn't this specific time. The energetics of today on the 8th will continue to pulsate for many days, weeks, and months to come, because we know cosmic energy just doesn't occur on a specific day and then fizzle out on the same day. It's like I said, the beginning of the changes of seasons. It doesn't, oh, look, the calendar says it's supposed to start today. Mother Nature's like, I'm on my own schedule. Take that calendar and put it somewhere. We know that, right? Cosmic energy has a frequency cycle which builds, reaches the height, and then continues to stream forward, and then finally it dissipates. So, however, at the height of any cosmic vibration, the energetics are at its most intense. Okay? So, we are feeling all of these light activation symptoms, and which has been intensified, mind, body, and soul. I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally. So many people have had headaches, dizziness, painful muscles, and that's what happened to me last Sunday. Painful muscles. Mostly, listen to this, on the right side, in your hips, your knees, your legs, your ankles. heat surges, especially at nighttime, huge heat waves. You think you're going through menopause. No, because this is much different. It's a different heat surge. And you really feel like, woo, the heat is pulsating through you. And this usually happens at nighttime during our sleep, especially at night. Continually waking up during the night. Yeah. Strange, vivid dreams. Yeah. Feeling of irritability or depression. Mild to powerful heart palpitations. Yes, I have felt that. And the ever-present just exhaustion. I am flat out exhausted. Yeah. Okay. So we must constantly remember that light is surging more and more, not only onto this earth plane, into the solar system, but into every cell of our body, into our DNA. All right. And this includes, if it's every cell in our body, then we're talking about cellular records from our ancestral and recent historical experiences of discord and trauma. So as this is coming out and as it's being healed, that can feel challenging, can it? But we just recognize that we don't ever have to relive anything. As it's coming up, it's to be healed. And a final toodaloo. Thank you. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. See ya. And let it go. Let it go. Right? Okay. So we're going to wrap this up here. Oh, good, Richard. I'm glad you got that fixed. Yay. Let's see, Kim. Earthquakes have shifted the Earth's tilt 1 degree and it only take about 100,000 years. So yes, we're accelerating. So, but what causes these earthquakes is there is a polar shift. We're in another polar shift, but this is going to be one that doesn't wipe out mankind. Not the light type, not with, because we're in this ascension. If the controllers had their way, it would have been another wipeout. But no, it's not like that. So, but we are feeling the earth changing as well, of course, as the light going through Earth, Tara, and Gaia, all the aspects of Earth, the higher vibrational aspects. Earth is third dimensional name. Tara is fifth dimension. Gaia is seventh dimension and higher. Seventh dimension. She could be called something else much higher. But all the aspects of this planet, aspects which is called by names, right? So anyway, yes. Woo! Wendy, that was me last week. I just thought because I had cold with allergies. Yeah, yes. So all these symptoms. Poor dog, I slept so much yesterday. Well, you needed it though, and your pets understand, believe it or not. So thank you. Good night, Richard. Sweet dreams to each and every one of you. And thank you, Robin. Let's see. I felt after I set the light pillars, I felt things after Richard. Yes. Are you still going out and people planting your light pillars, your pillars of light, because you're helping create these foundations of light going forward? Remember to plant them where there's no traffic, where people's not going to walk. Stick them, preferably beside buildings. Again, where it's just not going to cause any disharmony right now. As far as blocking traffic, okay? If it creates disharmony, it's doing what it's supposed to do, because then it's creating whatever chaos is there, making it work itself out. It's either going to ascend or phase out. Is it going to be a phase out or ascension? All right. So, but it really does help. And you do feel larger when you go and plant those around your community. And it's even when we see pictures of famous places, it's like, ooh, this is so nice. And just, I want to help. Okay, so places that maybe flash on social media, and I know a lot of us don't watch the news, but if we see a place that maybe has been an attack, shootings or this, that, and the other, and they show pictures of the places. Plant light pillars immediately around those places so that the truth will come out. The truth will come out, and that healing for all those that are involved. So it is very powerful. Yes, by the trees. The trees love that help and that support too. All right. So thank you so much. And please share this show with anyone that you feel would benefit from it. We are I personally am grateful for that for my show. I know the other show hosts are with their shows. And so just sing, hum, chant, use music to handle and all of the ascension symptoms. Okay. And and don't let anyone pull you down into their fear. All right. You are strong enough. We are strong enough. You're not alone. We're all together. All right. And we got this. We got this. Light won. Love wins. All right. Love always wins. And so just see that and know that. All right. So until we meet again, till we sit in Sacred Circle again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, just remember, where we go as one, we go all. Good night, everyone. Many blessings to each of you.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.